You knew I'd be up here after the shit you've been hearing on the radio for the past few days. Before I even starts this video, I gotta give a special shout out to the intellectuals at Parks Canada for giving me the chance to make fun of the Canadian government once again. Since you boys had to be smoking some strong herbs to think that building a giant wooden fence over the Pride of Newfoundland would work out. That's over $100,000 for a shitty fence you could have gotten me to build for you for free. I obviously wouldn't accept the offer, but I also wouldn't pay over 100 grand for some goofball to build a gay fence near our national treasure, so go fucking figure. Anyways, for those of you that haven't heard yet, Parks Canada thought they were Donald Trump for a few days and decided to dig a big old wall around Signal Hill and make the Newfoundlanders pay for it to keep them locked in. Now, even though we've been letting Canada fuck us for years now, one person they aren't gonna get away with fucking with is Johnny Cabot. So thankfully, Mrs. Trudeau tore this wall down like it was fucking East and West Germany, and we were saved. Not really, since we still spent 100k on fuck all, but I'm not gonna be pissed off for this whole video, since it's obvious that Leif Carlow is a peace-loving man of the people. So let's have a quick look at what the Canadians over at the CBC had to say about this. Probably something retarded knowing them.
It's atop Signal Hill where tourists and residents alike will get one of the most beautiful views in the province. Site of the first transatlantic wireless transmission is now an iconic destination. But today it's harder to see. Parks Canada put up an almost 3-meter high fence that blocks the view.
Now getting back on Parks Canada, I don't know if they thought they were the fucking Soviets or what. Since what good is a 3-meter wooden fence gonna do for Signal Hill? If some goofball goes off breaking the sound barrier in his Honda Civic, he's still gonna fucking die whether the wall's there or not. Goofballs, man, how are you running it?
The public uproar forced the local MPs to get involved.
I'm not even sure what you say about it. It just doesn't keep with any of the character here, and it's entirely unnecessary.
I got another question for you, and I'm not blaming this buddy in this video one bit. But if the MPs are running the government, how did they not know about Parks Canada setting up on Signal Hill without saying nothing? Like, buddy isn't lying, I can tell by looking at him. But I think it's more of a problem with those syrup sniffers in Ontario thinking they can just fuck around with anything. Disgraceful, isn't it? Now when I becomes a dictator, it'll be right fucking grand. In the words of Big Benito Mussolini, I'll make sure them trains run on time. We're opening the fucking Newfie bullet back up. Don't even worry.
And now, just days after going up, the fence is coming down. Newfoundland.
Alright, that changed me mind. Keep the fucking fence up. We can keep them boys locked in there. Actually, I'm gonna help you double down on it with some of me Poker Stars money. I'm gonna help fund some soundproof walls to keep that noise away from the rest of us. And me.
Its own Rick Mercer couldn't be happier. Upset to find the fence while walking Signal Hill, he took to social media to complain, and now applauds the government's reconsideration.
You can tell this buddy's important because they scripted a whole segment for him, filmed him walking down the road, dramatic lighting and all, behind the fence. In all seriousness, I don't know who Rick Mercer is, but I'm sure he's best kind. If I were him though, I wouldn't be applauding the government for taking down the wall. Like, what would that conversation be? Let's go boys! You spent 100 grand in taxpayer money on a shitty wooden fence. Good thing you took it down. Now all that money's gonna pop right out of the fucking oak trees. Don't worry boys, those taxes are gonna go towards good shit next time. Like, why not just build a big fucking middle finger right on the top of Signal Hill, point it towards all of Newfoundland, and make sure you can still get a good view of that Canadian flag so you know who's delivering it.
They did the right thing. They listened to the people, because literally everyone dislikes this fence. The acting mayor dislikes the fence, the local MP dislikes the fence, the people of Newfoundland and Labrador dislike the fence. I don't know who likes the fence. So I would say that's great. You made a mistake. People make mistakes.
You're absolutely right, me son. People do make mistakes, but total goofballs make mistakes that cost me money. Like, I'm telling you, sooner or later, I'm gonna have to move like fucking Al Capone did. I'm gonna have to go after St. Pierre A. Miquelon or whatever the fuck they're calling it nowadays, and not pay any of these arseholes me tax money.
Officials say they received that signal loud and clear. Meg Roberts, CBC News, St. John's.
If there's one good thing I can say about that fence, it's that it was up at the same time that performance was on the go. Nice job, Parks Canada. Anyways, let's have another look at the final CBC video before me blood pressure ends up higher than Texas here.
If you ever been to St. John's, and yes, I have been to Signal Hill, we caught you there. This is the National Historic Site that overlooks the harbor. And it draws thousands of visitors each year. But here's what people are seeing now on the way up to the lookout.
Man, that really is disgusting. I'm glad CBC is finally starting to see my side here. We really gotta take down that nasty arse Canadian flag before it infects the rest of St. John's. Worse than the bubonic plague, I'm telling you.
And the fence is evoking a lot of criticism. For more, we're going to bring in Laura McQuillan. Now, Laura, have you been there before?
I have. I've
What
even
is
been
that?
screeched in, so I'm an honorary Newfoundlander.
Did you kiss the cod?
Of course.
Okay.
Wouldn't have missed it. But yeah.
But what about this?
See, this is why I wanted to stop doing political videos, man. Because I know this pisses a good few people off. But this is why I tells you we need to come up with our own traditions. Mrs. just called herself an honorary Newfoundlander like it was the fucking clown Stanley Cup. If I smokes a cigar and kisses a communist, does that make me an honorary Cuban? If I crashes me fucking car and throws a hot dog at a stranger, does that make me an honorary New Yorker? No, but besides, anyone who did research on that screeching shit knows that it was made by some goofball trying to win a contest on the most Canadian tradition back in the 70s. Which we still fucking last, by the way. So if you ever wondered why we randomly starts talking like we're retarded whenever someone pretends to be a Newfoundlander, that's why. Deed I is me old cock. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Like, I thought Newfoundlanders were retarded at English, but that's not English, that's just fucking gibberish, man.
He was pretty shocked to see it. He said halfway up Signal Hill in St. John's, Parks Canada have built a fence designed to block the view. Welcome to Newfoundland, nothing to see here. Newfoundland, Newfoundland, Newfoundland.
Now this isn't the first time I heard someone brutally butcher how to pronounce Newfoundland. Whether it's this missus or me good buddy Alex the Rambler, some people just cannot get it right to save their lives. First of all, it's not New Finland. Sure, I don't even got a clue where Old Finland is, by. So if I hears any more goofballs screwing up the pronunciation up, I'm just gonna say fuck it and start calling it Vinland. Gonna party like it's 999 now, bitches. Watch out.
Parks Canada, though, is defending it.
That's right, and they say they're not meaning to block the view here, but there are two reasons why they put it up. One of them they say is safety related, so they want to stop any possible crashes when drivers slow down around that bend to catch a glimpse there. But in terms of the tattoo, yeah, there is a link to that. They said they want to improve the experience for people coming to see performances on and near the visitor centre grounds. They say actually there is a gap there where people will still be able to catch a glimpse through, and here's what Parks Canada told us.
Most people who go to view the city in that particular area actually go out around the visitor center on the side or on the back and take in the view. The reality is here that while there's a fence in place or a structure in place to meet those needs, there's also a 3-meter wide opening that will continue to provide unfettered access for those people who have traditionally want to go and take in the view of sort of the hills on the south side of the harbour or the city itself.
For the benefit of this video, I've decided to summarise what that goofball on the phone just said in the decision to build the fence in an accent that all these Canadians can understand. It'll be his primary culture, don't worry about that. You know, it's a real shame that we had to go on a boat to build that fence. You know, we wanted to make some money off the alcoholics in Newfoundland, and I'm very shocked, totally shocked, that they noticed. So what we'd like to do is get some more ballot burners to pop on by, and we'll see about getting some more of them 5 loony performances, eh?
But it is an amazing view there. It's very strange, isn't it? So they've left a little gap for people to peer through. Will they take it down now that Rick Mercer's taken up the cause? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but it certainly changes the experience as you are heading up to that lookout.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On a final note, they took down that fence like a day later, so I guess that Rick Mercer buddy really showed them. Anyways, we're gonna end off the video there. If you liked it, feel free to drop a like and make sure you subscribe if you want to see more. Since 2/3 of me audience aren't subscribed to me channel, ratted. Up to you though, boy, I'm not forcing you. This has been Leif Carlow, and I'll see you on the right side of the rock. Have a good one.